Morning everyone. Well, it is about 20 to 6 in the morning. I'm in the van's all loaded up, and I'm just leaving Hornby now and on my way north to Picton to catch the ferry across the Cook Strait. My plan today is to end up in Upper Hutt by at least 7:30, 8 o'clock at the latest, as long as I don't get lost. So we will see how we go on that front. For those wondering, I have the tripod set up in the van, so it's all hands-free. The other hand is on the steering wheel. But yeah, I'll keep you all updated as we go. This is going to be a fun trip, about 2,500 kilometres from my house back to my house. So yeah, enjoy as we go along. All right, sit rep. I've been on the road for an hour. It's now 20 to 7. As you can see, it's a little bit lighter outside. So far, there hasn't been a great deal of traffic, just a few odds and sods. I've just crossed the Waipara River, which is just past the, I've just gone past the turn-off that takes you to Hamner Springs. So I'm heading towards Greta Valley now. I stopped in Amberley and filled the van up, so that side of it's all sorted out. So theoretically I shouldn't have to worry about that until at least Upper Hutt, touch wood. So see how that goes. I'm very interested to see what the fuel mileage of this van is like on the open road, because obviously so far, so not obviously to some of you, but for those that in the know and know of AC, Dodd, they'll know he's got a fuel mileage chart for the minis that we've tuned. My record so far, and I think it's number 7 or number 8 on the list, is a 1275 that's done 51 miles to the gallon. That's Imperial, which is, I can't quite remember the conversion to litres per 100 k's, but I think it was something like 16 litres of fuel from where I've just stopped for fuel to where I'm going in Picton. So it'll be very interesting to see the comparison there. But anyway, I'll carry on. Right, so I've stopped off in Cheviot for a quick pit stop. Probably too much information for you, but I don't care. It's now 7:30, so yeah, first bit of business for the day is done. So I'm going to carry on through to Kaikoura now, through the Hunderlees, which I believe it's a 60k an hour area, unfortunately. It's usually a fun bit of road. It's obviously quite foggy out here now, as you can see. Not exactly perfect driving weather, but I have seen glimpses of the sun, so I think it's going to be a really good day ahead. But yeah, without further ado, I'll carry on. Well, I was right. It's a really good day, and the speed limit through the Hunderlee did end up being 60 k's an hour. For a stretch, it was 80 k's, but I've just come out of the Hunderlees now, basically just the final stretch of coastline now to Kaikoura. But as you can see, absolutely fantastic day out there. So I just thought I'd pull over here and just let some cars pass, because they were starting to pile up behind me through the Hunderlees. So it's a courtesy thing. Let them pass if you're going a little bit slower, which in my case, I want to make it to the North Island, I want to go around there, and I want to make it back in one piece. And I certainly don't want any tickets, and I want this van to last, because this is our work van. I don't think the boss would appreciate it too much if I broke it, so or got any tickets. So moving on, I'm going to carry on through to Kaikoura, and then I'll hop out and stretch my legs.
shining just like sin. Why don't you hear me wonder? Tell me.
So I've gone right up the east coast of the South Island. I'm now currently going through Ward, wee small township which I feel like I've already passed through, although I've just seen the sign. So my next stop, I believe, is going to be Blenheim. It's 9:45 now, so I'm making great time considering that the ferry that I'm due to go on, bookings open, well, the sign-in, or whatever it is you want to call it, closes at 1:15. So yeah, I'm making great time considering that I'm probably like an hour or so away from there. I know I've got one tune in Picton to do, so I might call in to that one customer and see if they're around. I might be able to make a start on that, which would be great because it's meant to be one of my last tunes to do on the way home. So we'll see how the drive goes. But obviously we're just plodding along. I'm only doing 90-95 k's an hour. I've had a whole group of traffic behind me on the way up, which naturally I've pulled over for multiple times. I've seen some absolute morons on the road as well. Naturally, as people are so impatient, so they'll sit behind caravans and truck and trailer units, a line of cars, and I'll be sitting on the side of the road waiting for my line to go past me, and next thing you know, you got another line coming past the other way, and everyone's trying to overtake in quite a dangerous spot. Well, what could be considered a dangerous spot. So yeah, that's why I'm just pulling over, just so I don't have that scenario. I don't wish to get tangled up in that. As you can see, it's a beautiful day, a little bit of cloud. But anyway, that's it for TK's weather report. We'll carry on through to Blenheim. Right. I did actually pass through another town, which I completely forgot about, Seddon. So sorry about that for the folks that live there. I'm now in Blenheim. It's now 10:20, so again, making absolutely fantastic time, but I suppose it helps that I got out the door really early. So I'm really pleased with how today's going. Had no hold-ups with traffic or roadworks. I still fairly hopeful that I'll get to Picton very soon, probably about 20 minutes, half an hour away. So as long as there's no hold-ups between now and then, I'll probably contact my first customer who's in Picton and see if I can at least go and check it out and see what may be required or even start on it. Anyway, we'll carry on. So in Picton now, here's my first Mini. Very nice car, isn't it? Very clean, very tidy. What we have here looks to be a 998. It looks like it's a A+ engine. So let's get into it. Okay, so what I've found so far is the points gap had closed up, so that was actually only giving me 33 degrees of dwell. I've adjusted that now, and I have obviously closer to spec. I believe specification for this is about 60, but the points are a little bit worn and there's a little bit of play in the dizzy shaft, so I'm fine with that. The advance curve's good on this as well. The leads are okay. I've put a new set of BP 5-year spark plugs in, gap to 25 there. The coil's probably a little bit too low resistance for the system. It's about 2 ohms on my multimeter. So I will recommend a coil, because otherwise it's probably going to start burning out points. Yeah, I did have to advance the timing just a little bit. You can hear it's just a little bit poppy out the exhaust. I'm about to get onto the carburetor, but it's got a couple of interesting issues going on. I'm going to try and dial this one the best that I can, but this one may need a carburetor. We'll see what we can do with it in the meantime. It's not idling terribly, but it's about 100 RPM too high for what I like. So anyway, see if I can do anything with this in the meantime, with the time that I've got. So I haven't been able to finish that tune, unfortunately, because it does need a carburetor. It just could not control the fueling near idle. I did get closer with the needle option though, so I was really pleased with that. So I've given her a list of things to get in the meantime, but I'm off to get the ferry now, head across to Wellington. Anyway, we'll carry on. So I'm currently still on the ship. We're just pulling into Wellington now. We've just been instructed to go to our vehicles, so I still don't have my seatbelt on yet. We haven't even been instructed to start the vehicles, so it's probably still like 10 minutes out, but it was a good crossing. It was about 3.5 hours. Yeah, I was really pleased with it. For one who's not a fan of being on boats, it was actually really pleasant today. So I'm really grateful for that. But yeah, as soon as I get off the boat, I've got to try and work out my way to Upper Hutt, to my first stop, where I'll be staying there the night. Might look at starting a tune tonight at my host's place, but we'll see how we go. But yeah, anyway, let's carry on. I'm now in Upper Hutt, and it's what, about 7 o'clock-ish, 7:30 now, PM, and I'm going to make a start on this lovely Mini. Very nice indeed. $13.60 with twin HS4s. Got all the lovely bits and pieces in there. So your fuel pressure regulator, modified distributor, 65D to fit into the A series block. It's a 0.8 coil, so I'm told, so we'll just double check that, but I'm sure it'll be fine. We've got a AFR gauge hooked up to it as well. We'll get that sorted out once we've gone through and done our initial checks. But yeah, let's get into it. Sweet, so what I've done so far is I've had to go through the carburetors on it, and I've had to just check that the pistons, the dash pots, the springs, and the dampers were all equal. So they all worked as basically as one unit. We did have to, in the end, play around with the dampers. That was the only thing we had to really sort out. Everything else was near perfect, which is great. Gone through the ignition system, set that, had to advance it just to bring the mid-range up and the total ignition timing. So total mechanical is 27 degrees. I'm still yet to check the vacuum advance, but I've got to sort out the mixtures on the needles first, because it's just not quite too happy in that higher RPM. It's just going lean. That's all right, we can sort that out. Probably a job for tomorrow though. Morning. So today's the first day of actual tuning in Upper Hutt, so we're just going to get set up here. I'm going to carry on with the Mini I was working on last night. Don't worry about this one. It's a little bit cold here. So yeah, I'll carry on with those twin carbs until the others arrive, and then I already know what I'm going to do with that one. It's already running too lean, so I'll probably put some AEM needles into those carbs, measure it, see what it does, address it from there. But I've got 4 other minis turning up today, so yeah, we'll dig into those and see what we can do. So here's the next one at the moment. So this is a wee mini ute. There you go. Got some twin carbs, as you can see. So I've already gone through the ignition system on this one. Gap spark plugs. It has one of my fast road distributors on it now, so I've got that all timed in. But we're just going through the carburetors on it. Lovely set of brand new twins. But what we found is the cushion heights were different. So we got the wee nylon cushion on the bottom here. The other one was actually recessed on the other one. So at the moment, they're over there sorting out the height. So once that's all dialed in, I can then make sure that the pistons are going to have a rise rate and a fall rate correct, and then I can get them back in and finish that off. Right, so this one's all dialed in. As you can see, customers just putting the airbox back on it and the air filters. This actually required AN needles in this. Obviously the carbs required a wee bit of setting up to start with. So best thing to do is get your even your brand new carbs checked out, because obviously these weren't quite right to start with. But with that all being said, he's going to go for a drive in it, and we'll see what he's got to say. But yeah, it's quite a cool car, isn't it? Just going to get on to the next one, which is just warming up right now. So we might have a quick 5-minute break and we'll come back to it. Here is the next one. 1293 HI 44 fuel pressure regulator, which is a great addition to any fuel system. It's got a CSI distributor on it, Swift tune. So I'll go through and set the curve on that, get that all dialed in. Yes, I'll just go through the ignition system as normal, and then I'll make my way back to this.
Awesome, mate.
Yeah?
Yeah. Brilliant. Thanks, mate.
Yeah, no worries.
Nice and thrilled. Yeah.
Yeah? It's, nice and smooth through the rev range?
Yeah,
Yep.
Smoother than it was, I mean. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well done.
Nice and powerful?
Yeah, maybe that'd be good to see what it does on the dyno.
Yes,
Yeah.
it'd be very interesting to see.
Yeah.
So, no, jolly good. Would you recommend it?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
excellent.
Definitely worth it.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, TK.
No worries. So yeah, that one ended up getting a modified BBW needle, 10W30 in the dash pot and a yellow spring. So clearly a happy customer. So we've got Jeff here. Tell us a wee bit about your car here that we've got.
It's a bit of a bitzer. It's a Metro block with just a 1275 head on it. Since I bought it, the carb's been changed, the distributor's been changed, the coil's been changed, but it's just not quite the right balance yet, I don't think.
Yeah. So I believe I heard you saying it had flat spots.
Yeah. So I just rebuilt the carb myself. Never done it before.
Yeah.
But I watched so many YouTube, some of yours, some of AC's and Darren's.
Yeah.
And after watching those, I felt confident to give it a go.
Nice.
And I put it in, and it started first pop. So
excellent.
yeah. So it probably just needs a bit of a tweak.
Yep. Naturally, like most of them do.
Yeah.
So that's right. We'll see what we can get out of it.
Super. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Excellent.
So Metro blocks are all 1300, right?
Yeah.
Very nice car. Really liking the colour. Sweet. All right, let's get into it. Check the ignition system out first. The usual, check the spark plugs, check the coil, all that fun stuff. So,
Well, I'd say that on camera.
Jeff's just been out for a spin in his. We did find a few problems wrong with it. The ignition coil needed to be swapped out, so I got a new Viper 1.5 ohm coil on that. The carburetor can't quite control the fueling. I have improved it, but obviously that carburetor needs to be replaced, and a fuel pressure regulator fitted, and also maybe a a fuel pump. But obviously it's far better than what it was. But yeah, here's Jeff. So
Oh man, that was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, great improvement. Plenty of herbs right through the power range. No flat spots. It's hard to imagine it can actually be improved on.
yeah, be even better with a vacuum advance that's working as well.
Oh,
So
true, yeah.
yeah, so yeah, obviously quite a bit can still be done on it to make it even better.
Yep.
So thank you for bringing it in today, and
Oh, thank you. No, it's well worth it.
yeah, excellent. So would you recommend the service?
Absolutely.
Excellent.
Can't go wrong.
Excellent, thank you very much.
Cheers.
Right, so here is our next one. This is a 998. Just an HS4 carb. Pretty standard car, isn't it? Yeah. Yep. So you've basically been saying that it's just flat right across the board.
Flat or just there could be, hopefully there's more to be found.
More to be found. Yep. Well, I'm sure we'll hopefully find it today. So it seems to be the running trend so far. So we'll get into it and see what we can do with it. So yeah, this one here has had a modified AAR needle in it, 20W50 in the dash pot, and had to have the timing advanced. It needs to have a 1.5 ohm coil. Unfortunately, I'm out of stock of those at the moment because yeah, it's still got the 3 ohm system. So a couple of recommendations, but obviously made an improvement. So he's just taking it for a spin. I'll take a plug out of it now and see how well they've cleaned up. Well, that's day one of tuning sorted out. I'm now just pulling up the driveway. Thanks Bernard and the rest of the guys from the Wellington club who managed to make it today. I'm glad that I managed to get all the cars sorted out, or at least work out what was the problem with at least one of them. There was one out of 5 there that gave me an issue. So I'm glad that we were able to narrow down what was going on with that. So he's got some recommendations to go to. I've got some paperwork to do tonight, but first things first, I'm going to Napier, which is about nearly 4 hours away from here. It's 6:10, so I've got some driving to do. So I'll get off this now, and the next update will be when I'm in Napier. So I'd stopped in Levin just to refuel the van. I'm still 2 hours and 11 minutes away, according to my phone, which is up on the windscreen. I'm having quite a good time actually driving through the North Island. I'm obviously nowhere near Napier yet, and obviously the audio's changed a little bit because I don't have my microphone on because I can't be bothered with that at the moment. So please forgive me for that, but I'd just like to say it. This is a fantastic drive. I went through Transmission Gully from Upper Hutt through to Levin, so I'd just like to say, I mean, like that was a terrific piece of road. Naturally, the old Toyota Hiace wasn't a big fan of it, but I'll let that slide. It's a pretty steep hill. I've just been able to spot the. I mean, this is weird for me. Seeing out in the distance on top of the hills, all these wind farms. I'd show you, but you're not going to see anything on this camera. But I can just see a whole lot of silhouettes in the distance, spinning away, which is quite cool. We don't get that back in Christchurch. The closest thing we have to a windmill there is this pissy little thing that these people would laugh at, because this is quite a sight to see. But anyway, that's enough of me rambling on about something that I can see and you can't see. So yeah, I think I'll leave it there until I've got something else to say, or something else I can be bothered to say, really. Yeah, again, just a nice drive. So, but again, me just rambling on. Anyway, through to Napier. So yeah, windmills. Sorry, wind turbines, and they are massive in person. Yeah, the engineering that would have gone into these things is just crazy. Yeah, wow. Anyway, back to it.
Oh, stop your freight train. Let a lost man ride. Why don't you hear me wonder? Ooh.
Right, so I have finally reached my destination in Napier. Thankful for that. That wasn't a absolutely pleasant drive, especially in the dark. But all done, all happy. Let's turn that light on, there we go. Parks and handbrake on. I've used a third of a tank since Levin, which was 216 kilometres away. Yeah, that's where I'm going to wrap this one up. I'm going to continue the journey from Napier to Classic Mini Spares in Te Puke. But for now, that's enough from me. I'll see you in the next episode.